And welcome back, fellow adventurers, to Let's Play I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. This time, we're going to be looking at Benny's story. So let's get this show on the road.
Benny, you know you've always been my favorite torture tool. Well, I'm giving you a chance to stoop to new lows, to give in to your bestial desires. I'm going to let you find some food to eat. I'll even repair your brain so that you can think normally again and savor the horror of your repast.
This cavern isn't like any of the others Am has sent me to. It's full of life, not death.
Alright, and here we are with Benny. Just to recap, we previously completed Gorrister's story, where Am had offered Gorrister the chance to commit suicide, but instead Gorrister had striven to basically make peace with his past and release the guilt that was driving him to want to basically take his own life. Here we have Benny, and Benny is just like in the original short story, and Am just mentioned, the kind of really the person that gets deformed and tortured the most, and that theme continues here. And what Am is hoping for Benny to do in this scenario is to fully embrace the kind of beast that Am has twisted him into physically and kind of go all the way and become a real monster in every sense of the word. So let's see if we can avoid such a fate. Am has sent us, beamed us in on these stairs. You can see we're in a very huge cavern. Ah.
Am, you son of a bitch! You've cleared my mind but crippled my legs. I can barely walk.
Indeed, throughout this whole scenario, he's going to be shambling kind of like an ape here because his legs don't work very well. Alright, let's just have a look around here first.
I'm in no shape for climbing back up.
Yeah, we're pretty much trapped down here.
This looks like a tree from far away, but it's just more of that computer-generated crap.
You can kind of see like a little grid inside there. And indeed, everything here is definitely seems to be simulated. We're going to see evidence of that throughout the scenario. A little bit more clear than Gorrister's chapter. It was a little bit ambiguous as to exactly where Gorrister was. Was he in the cavern, or was he somewhere on the surface? Were the people he meeting, were they real? Were they not real? It all comes off a little bit on the ambiguous side. Here, not quite so much. So we have a path here, and we have caves, so we get to pick which way to go. And I think we're going to take the cave path first.
Is that fire in those caves along the cavern wall? God, what I would give for some barbecued ribs.
And that is a common theme. Benny is going to be talking about food a lot.
I haven't eaten for months. The smell of food cooking nearby only makes it hurt worse.
So you have different caves here. Let's see if he says anything different about each one.
Some kind of dwelling. Looks like there's a fire for cooking inside. Some kind of dwelling. Looks like there's a fire for cooking inside. This is the only way up to the next row of caves. Some kind of dwelling.
Ah, okay, it just says the same thing for all the caves. So I don't think we can use the ladder with his bum legs, but let me check.
I can't climb up the ladder. My legs are too crippled.
Yep, that's what I thought. Let's go to this cave.
Impressive. Someone important must live here.
Indeed, he's sitting on a throne and he's got a staff and everything. It's called Elder. We also have a screen with, looks like Am's symbol there. You can see it's an amalgamation of letter A and M together.
There's a video screen built into the cave wall.
Got a bag here.
A bag. Maybe there's food in it.
Easy does it there, Benny. I know you're hungry.
This old fart looks too scrawny to be gathering nuts and berries. He must be the village elder or something.
Let's talk to him.
Wita Fuma Piba.
I can't understand his language, but he seems to be welcoming me to the village.
I need to find some way to translate, or else we're not going to get very far as negotiations go.
Hey, ignore the newcomer. Gather the villagers at the altar tomorrow to choose a sacrifice. I have spoken.
Am continues with his twisted god complex. Let's see. I believe I want to go this way next.
A fruit tree. It's been years since I've tasted real fruit. Am once coaxed me into marching across 1,000 miles of ice to reach a stockpile of canned peaches, only to discover that he didn't give me a can opener.
Indeed, that is a scenario that's also referenced in the original short story. Got some literally low-hanging fruit here, so let's take some. Okay, I'm going to do a quick save here. Again, just because I'm never quite sure when there'll be a, quote, bad decision. So let's see if we can eat the fruit.
Hurts! Hurts! Hurts!
For some reason, he can't seem to eat the fruit. I think if we go back... Yeah, the fruit reappears. And we didn't hear any bad music, so I guess that wasn't necessarily a bad decision. So once again, poor Benny is really, really hungry. He's got food in his hands and he can't eat it. Let's go in this cave.
Some kind of dwell.
Oops. Walk to the cave.
This looks like a... what did they used to call them? Single-parent household. Probably depend upon the generosity of the rest of the village. Friggin' welfare parasites.
Yikes. Benny was a very compassionate man in his former life, I'm sure. We have a pot of food.
What's cooking in this pot? This woman looks half-starved, just like her son. Fat chance of getting a decent meal out of either of them.
He's so hungry, he's even contemplating cannibalism.
The boy's a friggin' mutant. There's a third arm growing out of his back.
Oh, you should talk, Benny.
This video screen has been tampered with. There are wires hanging out of it.
Yep, there are. You can see the wires there, although it's not showing up on my cursor. There's a hole.
This looks like a good hiding place.
Ah, note that for later. And we have a bed.
A bed made out of vines. Looks comfortable enough.
Alright. He mentioned both of these people being half-starved. So let's try to make Benny a little bit better of a human being and be a little generous here. After all, it's not like he can eat the fruit.
Oh, thank you for food.
This is something I always thought was a little strange. Whenever the boy is talking, they show a big screen, the big Am screen here, instead of zooming in on him. I'm wondering if for some reason they didn't have the time or the money to actually animate his face close up. But anyway, we got a smile from Benny on that, so that was a good move.
I am very hungry. Where can I get some food?
There is fruit in Food Cave. It comes from the trees.
As we saw.
I tried eating the fruit. It only made me sick.
You'll bleed when you eat. When I was young and not so different, my mother chewed it for me first, and then fed me.
That must be some seriously tough fruit.
You look like you don't eat very much.
Mother and I not allowed in Food Cave. Villagers are afraid of me and let me starve.
So even the villagers see him as a mutant and an outcast. Where are the X-Men when you need them?
How are we able to talk?
I learned to talk using Am Screen. I am smart, but villagers think smart is defective. I wish I were strong, so then they would give me food too.
Defective? That's tough.
Sometimes. But I am spared lottery. Villagers are afraid of me.
Lottery? What lottery?
Villagers hold lottery to choose sacrifices to Am.
How long have these sacrifices been going on?
The sacrifice to Am machine goes on many long years. The very different must go to him soon. Not many villagers left.
Why do they sacrifice their own people to Am?
One is sacrificed, so Am does not hurt all.
What are these sacrifices like?
The sacrifice to Am hurts very bad. There are better ways to die. Almost any way is better.
Sounds pretty horrific.
I need to go find some food. I'll see you later.
Alright, now the child learned to speak the way that Am and Benny speak, so I guess if we talk to the mother, we won't be able to
That
understand
son
her.
of a bitch Am ripped out my vocal cords years ago.
Really?
That son of a bitch Am ripped out my vocal cords years ago.
If that's true, could it mean that Benny is speaking with the child not through his mouth, but through some other means? We can see around here that there's some electronic equipment around his brain. So, is he processing and sending out his thoughts telepathically? Again, it's not really gone into. There's a lot of stuff in the game that's just hinted at. And not always made very clear. Sure enough, we have the fruit appears again. And the child said that we could give...
This is the cave where the boy...
Yes, we know. Walk. The child said that if we gave the food to his mother, she would chew it up and make it edible. So let's give fruit to mother.
Amazing. This woman digested the food and then regurgitated it back to me, like a bird feeding its young.
Yummy. That wasn't socially awkward at all. Then again, if that's the only way you can eat. Oh, actually, no, I'm not done there yet. I need to talk to the kid one more time.
I am getting very tired.
You now family. You use our bed. Go sleep.
Oh, we helped him out, so we're part of the gang now. And sure enough, we can use the bed, so let's do that. Night falls. Day begins.
That sleep wasn't nearly long enough. I wonder where the boy's mother went.
Let's talk to the child and find out.
Where is your mother?
She go to altar to help choose Am's sacrifice.
Ah, must be the lottery then.
I need to go find some food. I'll see you later. The village is quiet today. too quiet.
How cliche of you, Benny. I think the altar's this way.
Why is everyone gathered around the altar?
Oh, that doesn't look like a twist of the Christian cross, does it? Sometimes the satire or yeah, I guess satire is the word I'm looking for, is a bit blatant as to what's supposedly going on. Let's have a look around.
The old fart seems to be in charge here.
He likes that term. Looks like most of the village has turned out, at least what's left of them.
Why is everyone gathered around the altar?
Well, the kid told you. Some kind of lottery is about to happen, one you do not want to win. And let's see, look at the altar
Nothing
itself.
but twisted wiring and recycled plastic. What's with the ropes on the crossbeams? Looks like they're used for holding someone captive.
Let's see, let's make sure I get everything here. Talk to the elder. I guess he's going to have to kind of pantomime this because he can't understand his language. So this is ask why everyone is gathered around the altar.
Shama am.
Ah, lottery
Looks
is
like
happening.
some kind of lottery. That's the mutant child's mother.
Ask why the child's mother has been tied to the altar.
Ocho Shanan.
It looks like she's been chosen to be sacrificed.
I could have told you that, Benny. So we have ask to watch the sacrifice, ask if you can eat her instead. Guess which one of these is the wrong answer?
Wita Fuma Piba.
It sounds like he'll let me watch.
Don't get too excited.
I am the great and powerful. You didn't bring me Toto, but I accept the chosen one. You shall not feel my wrath today, my sweet.
Judas Priest. Am blasted her to bits.
Judas Priest, huh?
What am I going to do for food now?
Benny. Anyway, sorry about that glitch there. Like I said, sometimes it's just popping up with this emulator. We can see here that sure enough, the villager is not organic, at least not completely, because most of this looks like robotic parts. Am sure was coming off in this episode like a twisted, murderous version of Q from Star Trek.
There's burnt plastic and twisted metal where bits and pieces of the woman should be. I wonder if they're going to bury the remains.
Given that there is a whole bunch of debris here already, probably not. Well, I think that's all we can do here. So let's walk to the path. And let's see, I think I want to go the other way now. We'll get into some of the other caves later.
This graveyard gives me the creeps. I feel as though the dead could speak.
So that's your cue, I guess, to use the talk command. But first, let's look around. We have vines.
Vines? I wonder if they're edible.
It's all about his stomach. Fence.
Why is this fence here? What's out there in the jungle? Maybe something to eat.
And just the graves left, I guess.
This is the grave of Murphy, one of my old commandos, killed in the war. This is Tuttle's grave. He lost his life while under my command.
So we get the idea that Benny was a soldier in his former life.
Thomas is buried here. I'd almost forgotten my life in the army before Am came to power.
Ah, in the army. Alright. Again, there can be mistakes made here, so I will save again. Talk to Thomas.
Are the other graves as deathly silent as this one?
Nope. How about Tuttle?
Are the other graves as deathly silent?
Nope. What about Murphy?
You left me for dead in the field. The bullet in my brain came from your gun.
Uh-oh. What'd you do, Benny? So what we can ask the following.
What can I do to prove that I am a different man?
Give us proof of your newfound empathy.
Now, you again, this is a place where you can trip up, because if you assert that you've changed too early, before you've actually done actions elsewhere that prove it, you'll take morality hits. So you got to be careful.
My tour of duty was almost over. But because I knew your secret, you held my head under the paddy water until I drowned. Your secret died with me, and soon it will die with you.
What can I do to prove that I am a different man?
Show us that you're able to think of someone other than yourself.
I tried to help, Brickman, but you'd have none of that. If you couldn't carry your own weight, then you were worth more dead than alive, and anyone willing to carry some extra weight was a liability.
What can I do to prove that I am a different man?
Give us evidence that you have some sympathy for others.
So theme here is stop being so selfish, Benny. Seems pretty clear. Yeah, okay.
What can I
Just wanted to
Give us proof.
make sure I didn't have any extra options there. Alright. Now, unfortunately, our next task that we're going to have to do is give the bad news to the young kid about his mother.
Is that fire in those caves?
Oops. Once again, have to walk. So, walk to this cave. Bad news, kid.
I'm sorry. Your mother is dead.
I know. Me sorry too. She only wants to care for me. Except you.
What will happen to you?
No food. No safe room lottery. Either way, not good.
Why don't you run away from here?
Bad idea to run. Villagers hunt me down. Become sacrificed to Am machine.
And of course, you, like the grave said, you have to show that you have compassion for others. So we can't choose any selfish choices here.
Are the victims buried in the graveyard?
I know nothing about graveyard.
Yeah, pretty much verified that they don't bury their dead. So of course, that graveyard is filled with perhaps actual humans. At least that seems to be the implication. Okay. We'll say this one just again.
You now, fam.
Yep, says the same thing as before. Okay. So one thing I think that we can do at this point, see if the elders here or not.
The village elder must be out gathering food.
Ah, bingo. Is we can try to see if we can take the lottery bag. I think this may be Benny's attempt at trying to stop the lottery from happening. And again, we get a good, you've done good signal right there. Let's have a look at the bag.
This bag is full of many white marbles and one black one.
Yeah, we saw the mother had the black one, which was bad. Alright.
This is the...
Let's see if what the boy has to say about this. So we'll give the bag to him.
I don't think he understands what I'm trying to say.
Oh, maybe not.
I need to go...
Let's see. Thought I had to give it to him. Maybe used bag?
This is not a good hiding place.
Let's see what happens if I just talk to him. No, he didn't say anything about the bag. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Well, let's see. I thought that the boy gave you the idea to hide it in the hole, but maybe I was misremembering that.
No one will find the lottery bag in here.
Yeah, there we go. So we've hidden it away in the hole. Now do we talk to him? No.
I need to go...
Oh, okay. Never mind. Alright. Let's go get one more fruit. Oh, wait a minute. Is there no fruit here? Thought I had to get one more.
I coughed up blood the last time I bit into this fruit. It's too high off the ground for me to reach.
And he can't climb because of his legs. Oh, actually, I forgot to look at the junk.
There's burnt plastic and twisted metal where bits and pieces of the woman should be. I wonder if they're going to bury the remains.
Oh, no, that's the same thing. Just in case. Always want to make sure I look at everything. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I think I forgot to, let me check out this cave?
It's a goddamn supermarket!
Here's where all the food is being kept.
This guard looks a lot stronger than me, but not too bright. Blondie only seems to be interested in guarding the food.
So, can't get past him. And let's go ahead and check out the last cave here that we haven't gone into yet.
Looks like it's empty.
Fire.
It's damp in here. At least the fire's warm.
Another screen.
There's a video screen built into the cave wall.
Am sees all.
Looks like a primitive cradle. It's empty. I wonder where the baby is. Jesus, I'm hungry.
Will you stop that, Benny? Jeez. Okay. Oh, let's go back to the graves here. Alright, now I think at this point we can talk to the graves and justify that we're becoming a better person. But again, just to be on the safe side, I'll save here. Some glitch because I'm trying to save. There we go. I'm continuing to try to tweak things, and hopefully I'll tweak the right thing and won't have to worry about that anymore. Okay. So let's talk to Murphy.
I've learned to be compassionate to those who suffer.
With what happened at the altar, you haven't changed any that I can see, Commander. I should put a bullet in your brain, just like you did to me.
No, that wasn't it.
What can...
Give us...
Oh, let me reload. Let's see. Maybe I can't talk to him yet. Maybe the other two I can talk to.
I've learned to protect the...
Nope.
The coward who let that woman die on the altar is the same coward who killed me in my sleep. You're going to die a coward, too.
What can I...
Give us that...
Well, since I'm on a roll, I'll go ahead and show you what the title says.
I've learned that individuals shouldn't be sacrificed for the sake of the group.
From where I lie, you're still the same compassionless bastard who murdered me, allowing that woman to die on the altar.
What can I...
Show it.
Okay, let me load one more time. Okay, I must be missing something. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see if I can push the vines out here. Time I was here.
It's firmly rooted in the ground.
Oh, no, can't do that yet. What am I missing? Oh, wait a minute. You haven't looked at this twine yet.
Some of the twine around the baskets came loose.
Oh, and that basket has fruit in it. Can we grab this?
Manna from heaven.
Ah. Alright, we get some fruit. Okay, maybe that's what needed to happen first. Okay, it's getting a little bit more glitchy than... So that I can, again, do some tweaks, and then we'll get back into the story. So, once again, I'll just see you after the cut. Okay, we're back. And I think I found out what my mistake was. I hid the lottery bag in the hole, but actually I think I'm supposed to bring it out to the graves here. So let's talk to Thomas, and there we go, we have the option, I have the lottery bag.
I have the lottery bag. No more villagers will be sacrificed.
You prove that you're capable of caring for others, and that's worth something.
Place the lottery bag into the earth. We will guard it.
We forgive you for what you've done to us, but we can't speak for your most tragic victim. Brickman's grave is under those vines.
Oh, excellent. Got another happy face for Benny. I think now we can actually push these vines out of the way.
Here it is, Brickman's grave.
Let's talk to Brickman.
Hello, Commander. I'm not exactly happy to see you again. I last saw your face just before I got it right between the eyes.
Man, sounds like Benny killed his entire unit or something.
I don't blame you for hating me, Brickman.
You don't blame me? You did this to me. You murdered me because I didn't measure up to your standards. Then you killed the witnesses.
I stopped the lottery from happening. Doesn't that prove I now have compassion?
You might have changed for the present, Commander, but you still have crimes in the past to account for.
What can I do to make amends to you, Brickman?
You have to bury the past, Commander.
Once again, similar to what the Jackal said for Gorrister.
I have something to plant on your grave.
Last, some compassion. Now I can finally rest in peace.
Alright, so Benny buried the piece of fruit, and magically it turned into a huge flower.
Those flowers make Brickman's grave seem so peaceful.
Alright. So now I believe we can sleep once again. Oh, by the way, I did, just for kicks, off camera, I took a fruit and put it into the storage area over there. But nothing really happens of interest. It's just the guard will let you put fruit in, but he won't let you take fruit out. And if that happens during a normal playthrough, of course, you can just pull this cord and get another fruit from the basket. Okay, so let's sleep for another day.
The boy's still here. I wonder when the next sacrifice will be.
Well, last time we heard about the update for the sacrifice, it was in the Elder's Cave, so let's head back there. Use the screen, see what Am has to say.
Gather the villagers at the altar tomorrow and choose a sacrifice, or suffer the wrath of Am.
We're going to run out of villagers at this rate pretty soon.
This is the cave.
Maybe we can convince the child to hide out till the lottery's over.
Am wants to have a sacrifice tomorrow, even with the lottery bag missing. Why don't you hide in the hole, just in case?
I afraid of hole. Need friend to hide with. You too big to go in hole.
All my friends are far away from here or dead. I have no friends to hide with you.
Me good idea. I make friend and then I hide. You help me.
What can I do to help you make a friend?
I need head for friend.
I'll see what I can find.
So it sounds like he wants us to make a doll. So, I think first we may need another fruit. So So let me see if I can get one here.
Ah, mana from heaven.
Okay. And let's see, I think I need to look at the debris again.
There's burnt plastic. I wonder if they're going to...
Maybe the
There's
junk?
burnt plastic. I wonder if they're...
No, maybe take it. Take junk.
Here's an interesting piece of junk. Funny. I had lost interest in anything that wasn't edible until I met the boy.
Let's have a look.
There's burnt plastic. I wonder if...
Nope, same message.
There's nothing here I can eat. This is where the village...
Oops. Walk. Just gonna make that mistake forever. Ah, okay, yeah. See, now we need to actually get that wood, but we can't get to it unless we have fruit to take into the cave. Now we do have some fruit, so we can walk in. Let's take the wood.
Blondie here.
Oh, wait a minute. We need to show him the fruit. Give fruit to Sentry.
I think he wants me to put my fruit into a basket.
Now he'll let us in. Now we take the wood.
I know someone who might like a piece of polished wood.
Help make the doll here. And now, in order to escape, we need to put the fruit into one of the baskets. Oh, wait a minute. Use fruit with baskets.
Okay, okay. Here's another piece of fruit to add to the collection, as if they need it anymore. I can't eat it anyway.
Now we can leave. Okay, so we have a body for the doll. We have, I guess this kind of looks like a head. You can see like two eyes and a little mouth there. Just look at the wood
A shiny
here.
piece of wood.
Now we go to this cave.
I don't...
I think it's this cave. We have vines.
Vines.
No, I don't think it's this cave. I need one more thing for the doll. I'm trying to remember what it was. There's nothing here. How about back in the boys' cave? Well, first let's see if we can use these two together.
There's nothing here I can eat.
Oh, really?
I'm not very...
Oh, maybe the boy makes the doll. Let me see.
I don't think he understands...
Ah, here we go. Yeah, you have to tell him.
I found this piece of junk at the altar. It looks kind of like a head.
Thank you. I can use this to make doll's head.
I found a piece of wood that could be used for a body.
Thank you. I can use this to make doll's body.
What else do you need to make a friend?
I need to tie head to body.
I'll see what I can find.
There's some wires in the background. I thought it had something to do with wires. Maybe, but maybe it's another cave. I need to check here. For some reason I thought it was this cave. But I don't see any wires or anything else. Can I take the vines?
There's a loose wire among these vines.
Oh, that's where the wire was. Oh boy. That's how faulty my memory is. Alright, let's have a look.
A long strand of copper wire.
Now we should be all set. Kid will have a security doll to help him when he's hiding out. So you can't give it to him. We just talk to him.
I found a piece of wire.
Thank you for help with doll. Me go play in hole.
All right. Benny's doing lots of good deeds.
Well, it's about time you hit the kid. I was beginning to have my doubts about whether you'd make it this far, even with my help.
Are you M?
Heavens, no. I used to work for him, and now I'm working for the Russian.
Who is the Russian?
Why, he's the one who's been helping you out. You didn't think Am would give the child the ability to make a translator out of this video screen, did you?
Ah, so that's how the kid understood what Benny was, I guess, broadcasting with his mind. That's why all those wires were torn out of the screen. So apparently the kid was able to, or was facilitated in creating that by someone called the Russian. And we already heard the Jackal talking about, I saw a Chinaman. So those are two clues as to what might be the other players besides Am at this whole drama.
You know who I am?
Of course. I know all about your adventures in the village. You're a crazy bunch here with that lottery and all.
How can you help me?
Now that you've shown your comrades that there's some hope for you, you should work on the person you wronged the most.
I've been Am's prisoner for more than 100 years. Why help me now?
You and the rest of the humans are in serious trouble. Am's a big boy now, much meaner and smarter than when he first started his tortures.
What's the use of helping me if Am's so damned invincible?
The Russian and the Chinese have been acting in concert to make it impossible for you and the other humans to succeed in Am's twisted game. If you join them, you can defeat Am. Wait for your cue.
Thanks for your help.
So a Russian and a Chinese entity, person, whatever, is trying, or at least they're claiming to help us to take down Am. We'll see how that actually plays out, how sincere they are. Alright, time to sleep. For the final day.
I wonder how the boy's doing in that hole.
Let's have a look.
The boy's gone. The villagers must have found him.
And you've slept the whole time? Jeez, you're a heavy sleeper. Alright, well, yeah, 3 guesses as to where they've taken him.
The village is quiet today. Too quiet.
Yep, there he is. As much as they were afraid to sacrifice him, they are now. It could be because they thought that he was the one who took the lottery bag. In which case, poor Benny tried to do something good, and he's ending up having his only friend here being sacrificed anyway. So there's one last thing we can do to really show how selfless Benny can be.
Das Ram
Damn! Am must have told the villagers where I hid the lottery bag and the boy.
Plead with the village elder to release the boy.
Natana Shama, halt!
They're going to sacrifice the boy unless I think of something quick.
Ask if you can eat the boy instead. No. Threaten violence into releasing the boy. Nope. Offer to take the child's place.
The elder seems amazed that I would show compassion to the boy, but I think he's going to go for it.
And the screen turns white.
Why, the boy's giving me his dole. Gratitude for being spared the pain of being sacrificed. No, more than gratitude. Compassion. For me.
And he appears at the last with a third arm, just like the boy.
I send you out among the prey, and instead of indulging your hunger to keep me amused, you show them compassion. You should know better by now. Your reward will be more years of searing, blistering anguish, Benny. Who among you shall go next?
Important lesson right there. Sometimes doing the right thing just means more torture. But we are continuing to confound Am and not giving him the amusement he wants. So, fighting the power here. Alright, so that was Benny's chapter. And when we come back, we will tackle Ellen's story. Until then, fellow adventurers, take care.